What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully, you guys have a great day so far. In today's video, we are on the test server here, and we will be playtesting one of the brand new mythical champions here. Joining Galathir as the other mythical in the High Elves, we have Sabriel the Distant. Amazing looking champion here, and great base stats overall. We got high HP, high defense, high attack. First form will be support, and our second form is a attack-based damage dealer. Now, this champion is absolutely nuts. So she has a kit tailor-made for the current meta. So if you guys are watching this in the future, currently the meta is all about 9-piece Mercurial, which get taken off by multi-hit attacks and getting locked out. So there's not too many champions right now that have this kind of capability for the lockouts, first of all, as well as being able to deal with Mercurial very, very easily. Now, Sabriel here is incredible with her kit to handle both of those situations. Let's check out her kit here first. Her A1 is a attack one enemy, place a sleep debuff on the target. This will require accuracy. There's a passive effect. Instantly activates this A1 against an enemy with the highest turn meter whenever an enemy's turn meter is increased by a skill. So this should happen relatively frequently, and then you're going to be able to put the champion with the highest turn meter to sleep with the A1. Again, it does require accuracy, and she is Spirit Affinity, so affinity issues do count here. The A2 on a 3-turn cooldown is a double hit AoE. Again, very good against Mercurial stacks. Each hit steals all buffs from all enemies, subject to accuracy, of course, and this is just insane. So you got a double hit, steal all buffs. So not only does this protect you slightly from bad RNG, for example, like if you had a single hit, steal all buffs, then you're, potentially going to lose to RNG once in a while. A double hit, steal all buffs means that you have to basically lose both hits on bad RNG for you not to steal any buffs. It also applies a buff spread, taking all the buffs from this champion and placing them on all allies. So not only does she steal all the buffs away, she also buffs your entire team with them, which is insane. On a 3-turn cooldown here, also has ignore resistance by 20% as well. So the accuracy requirement is lessened. The A3 here, this is her big ability on her support form. A 4-turn cooldown, AoE attack, double hit. Again, very good against Mercurial stacks. Each hit increases the cooldown of one of each enemy's skills to the maximum, which means you're going to lock out any champion with two skills, since each hit will lock them out twice. Again, this does protect you a little bit against getting bad RNG, for example, because if they're going to resist, they have to resist twice. Otherwise, one of their skills will be locked out, for example, if they only resist once. It also decreases the turn meter of all enemies by 30%. Then it grants the extra turn. So what you hypothetically would do is use the A3, double hit them, take off their stacks, lock out their stuff, and then you go into, perfection in motion, and then you take all their buffs, and then you spread it on your own team, which is just crazy, right? Her passive here. This champion doesn't receive any damage when attacked by enemies, including bosses and their minions, out of their active turn. So if champions are counterattacking against them, ally attacks against him, basically, if they're not taking their active turn, she's not going to take any damage. All allies except this champion deal 3% more damage for each enemy skill that has had their cooldown increased by this champion, up to 25%. Now, this is going to take, a couple turns to stack up, because if you look at this, it's only 2 skills. So if you lock out, like, for example, a team of 4, that's 8. That's perfect lockout. That's only going to be 8 times 3. Oh, sorry, my bad. So 8 times 3, yeah. So basically, you're going to be fully maxed out almost if you fully perfect lockout one arena team. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking it was 1% and then you needed like 25 hits or something. But if you fully lock out 8 skills, you're at 24% already. So very, very nice passive here just to boost some damage. And then you got big speed in arena battles, 33% here. Incredibly nice, incredibly nice. And then we'll swap her over to her secondary form, which is a attack-based damage dealer. And again, she looks amazing with this skin here. I really like the slightly different wings, and she does look like, kind of like Dark Fae, right? Kind of like Dark Fae a little bit. Anyways, let's check out her kit here. A 1652 base attack, so she goes up into an attack-based damage dealer. Her A1 attacks an enemy 3 times, a triple hitter, will ignore block damage, and unkillable. This is very strong. Obviously, these are the 2 buffs that give a lot of champions a lot of problems, but she can get rid of them with her A1. instantly activates this skill whenever enemy receives a block damage or unkillable buff, or has their death prevented by themselves or allies. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. She wants to go after them and make sure that they're dead. Her A2, 3 turn cooldown, double hit AoE, again, very good against Mercurial. Before attacking, swaps HP with a target enemy. For this skill, increases this champion's attack and decrease all enemies' defense by a percentage equal to the percentage of HP swapped. So if for some reason she's really low life, you swap with a high health HP, the percentage boost to the attack is crazy. And then the percentage drop of the defense is crazy. This ability definitely hits really hard in the right situation where she has lower HP, where she's doing the health swap properly. Yeah, on a 3 turn cooldown, and it's a double hit. Crazy. Her A3, 3 turn cooldown again. Another AoE double hit. Ignore 25% of the target's defense. That's flat, no conditions. Before attacking, decrease the value of Stone Skin, Shield, and Magma Shield by 75%. This effect cannot be resisted if the target has any skill on cooldown. So whether they're locked out or they use an ability, she will have this benefit. Places a protected shield buff on this champion for 2 turns. The value of the shield is proportionate to this champion's attack. From what I can see, the shield's not crazy massive, but this ability does hit pretty well. Her passive, this champion's attacks are always critical against enemies that have any skills on cooldown. This champion's skills deal 3% more damage for each turn of cooldown remaining on all enemy skills. So against a team of 4, if they have, for example, 10 turns, you're going to get 30% more damage. And that seems relatively reasonable if you just locked out an entire team, having 10 turns of bonus damage here. So it does seem reasonable. 30% damage, roughly. Yeah, this very, very strong kit overall. There is a couple weaknesses for her. Obviously, she doesn't have any kind of cheat death or anything like that. She can't put down some champions, for example, if she is not geared out very well. She doesn't have like a block revive. She doesn't have destroy max HP. There's no inevitability with her, but she does hit really hard right out of the box. So, and all things considered, if she doesn't wipe the enemy team, she is on the squishy side and she does get taken out relatively easily. And a champion like this that has a crazy support side as well as a crazy damage side basically requires a ton of stats. You want them to go fast. You want them to be highly accurate so that they can lock stuff out, steal buffs, strip buffs. And at the same time, you want them to have crazy damage stats so that they can actually deal some damage. So yeah, this type of champion, heavy on the gear requirement. Anyways, let me show you guys my Sabriel the Distant and the build that I got on her, and then we'll bring her out into some content. So here's my Sabriel the Distant. So what I focused on here is building her pretty much like I would build a debuff champion, like I would build like Fabian, for example. In my first initial impression of Sabriel, I basically thought of her as Fabian with a mythical side to her, obviously. But that mythical side is a damage threat. So if you can imagine Fabian, which is already like an S tier champion, and then make him a mythical with a threatening attack side, that's how good Sabriel is. And not only that, she has a kit that's very well suited to deal with multiple Mercurial stack champions. And yeah, it can be very overwhelming. So very, very impressive champion. So what we did here was basically make her very fast and relatively accurate. We don't have any blessings on her. I'm going to test her without any blessings first, just to show you guys what a straight out of the box Sabriel looks like. Obviously, I have very good gear. I'm a end game player or late game or whatever player, but I have very good gear. I've been playing the game for a long time, so I have time to amass gear. We have 4K defense in her base form, 419 speed, 278 crit damage. We forego the crit rate because she doesn't require crit rate in her damage form if the enemy has any skills on cooldown, which they should have. And then we went for relatively okay accuracy. The thing with her is that she does have ignore 20% resistance, which is at this level approximately 80 to 100 extra accuracy. So she's rocking about 600, 700 accuracy effective. And at this speed, it's unlikely that she goes first in like high end at 419, but she should go first relatively frequent enough. And you definitely want her to go first so that she can lock enemies out first, because she's much weaker if she doesn't get the lockout first. Of course, it's probably maybe even more viable to make her even faster for going a little bit more accuracy and a little bit of crit damage. We went with Temporal Stagnator here. First of all, it's more accessible than what other relics we have. It also has the correct stats, so accuracy and speed as the main two stats. Very, very nice for her. And it softens up her affinity issues in the event that she does weak hit. For example, you're still going to get some benefit out of her abilities. We went for increased accuracy when removing buffs. I think it kind of makes sense. And then we went for increased turn meter when taking extra turn. Makes sense on a mythical. Of course, she's going to be taking extra turns. As for the blessing, since we have no blessing, if we did have a blessing, we could take lightning cage. Lightning cage makes sense. Banner also makes a lot of sense on her as well, because she does run the 33% arena banner. In terms of overall masteries here, I think these are pretty generic attack nuking masteries. Went for shield breaker, damage on first hit. I'm kind of waffling on damage on first hit because often you'll probably go into your cooldown lockout ability first, so you don't really get too much benefit out of this. This one should be pretty strong, especially in her secondary form. Kill streak's obviously good. Helm Smasher's obviously good. We skipped crit rate because she doesn't need crit rate, so we went for extra attack. We went for accuracy stats, Laura Steel for more stats. And then the last one, Spirit Haste. This is just the one that makes sense. The other ones don't really make too much sense. All right, let's take her straight into some arena action here. Obviously, her kit is going to excel in this area. You probably wouldn't bring her out into areas like dungeons and stuff, but if you have your best resources invested in her, definitely still able to bring her out into some wave content. She's going to be able to lock them out and deal damage to them and all that stuff. So yeah, she can be pretty nasty. All right, here we go. So we actually go first here. So what do we want to do? So let's slow it down for the cameras here. So what you want to open with is the A3. We have a couple magic affinity champions on the other side, so there is a potential to weak hit. Let's keep an eye on what is happening. Double hit here, right? We want to do the lockout, and then we want to do the turn meter drop as well. So let's see. Yes, crazy. So it has the turn meter pushback and then the lockout happening, and then we go into the extra turn. There's not really much buffs. We could steal this stone skin potentially. So let's see if we can do that and see if we can actually spread it all out. And we don't spread stone skin, but we did get stone skin. We did steal it from that warlord. All right, so let's see if we can get back to our turn. And we'll go right into the transformation. She is our damage dealer as well. So it's kind of crazy, right? Because she's our support lockout champion, and then she's also our damage dealer. So this ability has the ignore defense. We'll ignore stone skin. Well, not ignore, but drop the values of stone skin shield and magma shield. Also places a shield on herself. So let's use this ability and yeah, see what we got. We don't have plus attack or anything on her, so she's not going to be hitting that hard here most likely, but let's have a look. Double hit about 65k against that warlord. So definitely not insane. Definitely not crazy, it seems like. Maybe with plus attack, it would be a lot crazier. But yeah, let's keep going here. Maybe we'll bring a plus attack champion here just to see how well she performs. So there's one of her weaknesses. She does get CC'd there. And yeah, she can get blown away. Actually, yeah, let's bring in a plus attack and see how well we do. All right, let's try again here. This time we're going to bring Arbiter instead of Hilvi. So here comes the lockout, double hit, no resist or anything like that. So it looks like everybody got double hit. We can steal this shield buff. Let's see if we can do that. We will target the Sifi and then we steal. Yep, the buff got stolen. Stone Skin got stolen as well. Here comes the plus attack, 2-turn plus attack. And yep. And we're back to our turn. Pretty crazy, right? You got a damage dealer that is that fast. So, and here's the 25% ignore defense. Let's see if she can smack with the plus attack. Oh, baby. Yeah, with the plus attack, she'll definitely blow things up. I mean, if you have a crazier built, say, Sabriel with better damage stats, that nuke is going to kill, most teams. But for us, I just kind of built it to the best of my ability. So just as a point of reference, in the secondary damage form, she only has 5.6k or 5.7k attack. So if you're pumping her up to like 7, 8k attack, she's definitely going to do a lot more damage, right? Which makes sense. So if you have a bigger blessing, so like for example, if you just add a blessing to her, mythical champion, right? If you give her the attack, she has an extra 900 attack. So if you have a 2-star blessing on her, she's already doing a ton of extra damage with extra 900 attack. So yeah, in this case, we're not playing with any blessing. And I think that's fine in terms of just showcasing her. Let's see what we can do against this Harima team. Um, since it has the ignore defense passive, making it less effective. Let's see how well it performs here. Again, we're going to do a lockout. Yep, locked out. We don't get hit by counterattacks. Remember, we're immune to that damage. Let's see if we can steal the stone skin and stuff. Let's target the Marichka. Oh man, we take all that off too. Absolutely insane. Took all that off. Now we got the plus attack happening. And let's transform. Oh, we got the plus attack taken away, so that's not going to work out. And do we kill anybody? We killed the Carnage, but it's not like a humongous hit, but the Harima is out there, so there's the plus attack again. Let's showcase. Let's see if we can showcase the A2 here. Attacks all enemies twice. Before attacking, swaps HP with an enemy target. My HP is full, so their HP is not. For the skill, increase this champion's attack and decrease all enemies' defense by percentage equal to the percentage of HP swapped. So if I don't swap HP, I don't know if she gains any kind of boost here. Let's see if anything happens. I don't think so. Don't think anything really happened there. Okay, so a bit of a limitation on that ability, right? But then we cycle back so quickly back to her attack, and there you go, down she goes. All right, let's try this team out against Bayek. Also, there's Fabian as well. So I think we're probably gonna get locked out here since our guy's not too fast, 420, right? So yep, we're gonna get locked out first, and then it's our turn. So what do we want to do here? We can go A1 for the sleep. Let's go A1 sleep. Go A1 sleep. And let's just play this out. Let's see how it goes. So there we go. We got the reset happening. Oh, turn meter boost. So we put him to sleep. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we survive. Fear, we cleanse that off. Thank goodness. Okay, so yeah, you see the A1 going in just to attack the enemy with the highest turn meter, right? That's pretty cool. Didn't put the sleep there that time. Now it's our turn to lock him out. So boom, locked out. A little bit of resistance here from the Marichka. Let's see if we can steal the stone skin and resist it. So we can't. Ooh, look at that recovery from this team. Very nice. Sleep landing there. Very nice. See if we can decrease crit rate. Very nice. Put sleep to the highest turn meter. That's very nice. A1 actually being pretty annoying here, actually. See, it's very unlikely that her nuke will be able to take out this team here. So, but let's try. Let's try. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad, actually. Not too bad, actually. A little bit surprised. Turn meter boost, increase attack. And let's nuke again. Everybody's dead except for the Marichka. We did have plus attack there, so was hitting a little bit better than usual. A1. 20,000 on the A1, pretty good, solid. And get rid of him. This guy is big. Oh no! There we go. One of the limitations of her is that she can be crowd controlled. Here's the lockout against us. Let's see if we can kill him. 4-hitter. Each one of the hits are, sorry, 3-hitter. Each one of the hits about 20k each. So we got the job done there. And that's going to be it. So not too bad. Not too bad there. She's pretty high threat, right? Like she has a lot going on. Like her base form and her alt form is very, very strong. Let's try this team here. Give it a whirl. But yeah, like having a mythical champion with this many tools is really, really awesome. So turn meter boost, she goes in with the A1. We're frozen everywhere, which kind of sucks. And then we're sheeped. Come back. All right. All kind of sucks. All kind of sucks right now. Traxa with the double hit there. Oh, there we go. A little bit of recovery. A little bit of recovery. And there we go. We got block revived. That's going to be the end of that. So for Traxa, the block revive, that's going to be something that can shut her out here. But again, highlighting one of the possible weaknesses for her, right? Let's take a look at Victor's team. I mean, this team looks absolutely bonkers. So let's take a look here at what she can do. All right. One-time speed. That sucks. There's the block buff. And locked out. Even my Donatello gets locked out there, which really, really sucks. What can we do here? Guess it's time to transform. Transform. Right, let's see if we can take out some champions here. We can't really take out too many champions. Can we at least get rid of this Crixia? All right, at least Crixia goes down a little bit there. Oof. All right, hopes and prayers on Sabriel only. Let's see who we can use this on. Let's use it on Nice. Don't think that was crazy enough. Don't think that was going to be crazy enough there. Yep. Okay, you know what? Let's try this team out again. All right, we're back in it. One-time speed. There we go. We got the weak hit against Donatello, which is kind of nice. Okay, weak hit against Donatello. I think we're just going to stay on the main form for now. Okay, so it's kind of nice that she doesn't get hurt by Solinar's counterattacks. It's definitely kind of nice. Not gonna lie, there it goes. She still goes down there. Let's try again. Let's try again. All right. Block buffs with the lockout. Okay, let's try the transform here. Do the big attack. Nope. Okay, so all right, now we can do the health swap. The health swap's pretty big. We're not going to get a crazy swap here because we're relatively high health, I guess. Let's see if we can kill this Solinar. This Solinar is a huge problem, so let's do that. Pretty good. Good amount of damage. We didn't get the shield, unfortunately. The shield would have been pretty nice. This block buff really hurting us here a little bit. Can we decrease crit rate? We do. We still get block revived, so that kind of sucks there. The health swap ability is actually really, really nice. You know, when it's timed correctly, it was quite powerful there. But unfortunately, we did get block revived. I mean, Victor's team is very, very strong here. Let's try this team, old school. try this team. Now, her affinity actually works in her advantage in some cases, and against other cases, it's going to be a negative. Spirit affinity, she's going to be quite strong against the force affinity champions. For example, Empress, Predator, um, champions that they want to block revive her, but she's going to be strong affinity. But she's going to be also weak against some of the affinities that she's supposed to counter, like Sigfriend or Nice, which are magic affinity. And then she does have tools in her kit to kill their block damage, survival abilities, right? So it's a little bit of an interesting mix. But let's transform here and let's see what we can do. Let's do a big attack through all that shields and stuff. Couldn't kill the Crixia there. All right. There we go. Transform. Reset. Okay. Health swap ability. Let's just triple hit. Who can we triple hit here? Let's just triple hit her. Survived. Nobody died. That's huge. I mean, this fight's probably going to go a little while here. Okay, let's see if we can kill anybody. No, it did a little bit of damage, but it's because of the ally protection. Increased attack now. Play this through. Let's see how well we can do. Oh, there we go. The weak hit from his single target attack definitely helps out. The reset happening. And then let's do the ignore defense attack again. This time we're going to kill some stuff. All right, there we go. We actually got it done. Boom. Double hit, 100k. Did have plus attack there. So it could be an issue with like just my Sabriel not being super strong. Let's move on. Let's try this team here. Now we are facing a force and a magic affinity, a couple of force affinities. So we do have some advantages. But this team is quite tanky. All right, we do go first here. Let's see how well we do here. A couple lockouts, couple resists. Let's see if we can steal stuff. Can't steal Mercurial, obviously. Let's steal the chicken stone skin. We stole one stone skin. I mean, it's still pretty huge. It's a pretty huge ability, right? When you go one ability into the extra turn. So it's a lockout, it's a strip, it's a steal and a buff spread. It's very nice. We don't need the reset yet. Let's just A1 for now. Turn meter boosts, yeah. So we should attack. Okay, so should we transform? No, let's just attack. Single attack. Attack again. All right, let's reset. Lockout again. And let's try to steal some stuff. I mean, yeah, it's still the shields. Plus, I think still plus defense there as well. All right, now we have an opportunity to transform. So let's transform. Steal, health transfer and attack. Okay, let's see the A1 in action. There you go. That Nice couldn't save himself because of the passive from the which uses the A1. Really crazy stuff. Just makes it like so easy for him to deal with it, right? All right, now let's go through the shields here. Plus attack through the shields. Let's see what we can do here. Through the shields, boom. Stuff starts dying big time. Yep. Stuff starts dying big time. There we go. Oh, provoke's happening. Yeah, so CC, like getting crowd control, definitely, pretty big weak spot. But I think if you build her fast, she's gonna be, she's gonna be the one doing the crowd controlling first. All right, and lastly, let's juice her up. Let's give her the full 6-star treatment here, and we'll bring her back in against some of those teams that were giving us a little bit of issues. And yeah, let's see if we can do a little bit better. So if you're Omega Kraken with the 6-star, with the 6-star blessings here, which one would we pick? Let's pick the banner here, just for maximum craziness. So there we go, plus the banner. Let's check out our total stats here. Now with the blessing, 11k, 11.5k attack, HP extra with extra 900 attack, and extra 90 accuracy as well. When she swaps form, 6.6k attack, still 640 accuracy, very, very strong. And of course, the extra speed, 20 extra speed there. Now, yeah, 439. So a lot stronger, obviously, with the 6-star blessing. Let's go back in and fight some of those teams that we were having trouble with. This time we're going to go up against the Predator here. All right, let's do it. All right, this time we're going to go first. Yeah, we definitely locked some of them out. Let's see if we can steal some buffs. Let's target this Neve here. And well, we definitely got some buffs off. Yeah, crazy. If she goes first against this team earlier, we weren't going first. And yeah, when she goes first, obviously huge advantage here. We lock them out, we steal their stuff, buff our own team. Things start, going wild. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. So I'm gonna transform since we have the plus attack. And let's see what we can do here for damage. Yeah, starting to kill stuff. It's good. Revive happened. We kill him. Nope. Oh, the turn meter. Was it the turn meter boost stuff? Nope. Okay. Transform, extra turn with the reset. And now it's back to our turn. So no health swap bonus for us. But let's do it anyways. There we go. Galathir is down. I mean, it's a world of difference. It's a world of difference. Oh my god. And we just instantly died to that one predator. Oh my god. That was like the slowest predator ever. I don't know. It feels like that was the slowest predator ever. Interesting. I feel like he should have been locked out and we should have been critting against him, but then we were not critting against him. So let's try again. There you go. He should be locked out. Then we can steal some buffs. Steal some buffs. Stole that fortify buff. That's about it. Oh, right. Crixia with the reset. Sorry, my bad there. Crixia with the reset. Donnie will have to come back in here and we'll have to lock them out again. That's probably what we'll have to do. Look at the crazy buff value from her that she gives us. So there you go. Locked out again. And let's do some buff stealing. Ooh, almost killed us through ally protection, which is absolutely wild. Okay, in this case, I would like to do the health swap stuff. That'll be interesting. Health stuff, health swap. Okay, I want to transform and do the health swap. Okay. I want to make sure that she gets a turn, so I'm going to turn meter boost. Okay, transform. Let's jack up Galathir health. Then we'll do some killing, I think. Oh, that's a big hit. That's a big hit. There you go. His passive prevented his death, but we came back in there to finish him up. There we go. Yeah, if she can get the health swap going, it's just crazy amounts of damage. Oh, crazy amounts of damage there. All right, let's try Victor's team again. I mean, this team is very tough. Two Magic Affinity champions with the Solinar there, but this time I think we're gonna go first. Nope, we don't, because we're bad. But here we go. We get a chance to lock him out. Okay, we do. Can we steal buffs? Since we have the block buff against us, not gonna get too much value here, unfortunately. Let's try to steal some buffs. We do take them off, which is nice. I'm going to try to protect our guy here a little bit, plus attack as well. There we go. We got a heal. Dude, Solinar is busted as hell, man. Busted as hell. All right, let's try to kill this team here. And we kill some stuff. Okay, so he's going to transform. We got the A1 to finish him up. Dead. Nice. And coming back, which is crazy. Look at this. Unkillable. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Oh, it would be nice to steal some buffs here. All right. Crazy stuff. We have no healing. That's a little bit of a drag here. There we go. The A1 goes through unkillable. Yep, that's great. Revive. Move duration. Nope. Just crazy stuff. Okay. 21. We probably should have used the A3. Yeah, we probably should have used the A3 because it would have went through the shields. Okay, here we go. Shields through the shields. Okay, passive. We got saved by the passive there. And then finally take him out. There we go. Sabriel doing a little bit more damage this time, obviously with the 6-star blessing. Pretty huge. And then we were able to lock them out and take out some of their champions with their big hits. All right, let's try this team here. This one has Theodosa in it. Yeah, she's probably one of the top mythical champions right now. So let's lock them out. There we go. We got the lockout happening. Let's do some stealing. We steal stone skin. We don't steal anything. Oh, we do steal a stone skin. That's great. Increase attack. And let's see what he's gonna do now. Oh, not much. Put him to sleep. The highest turn meter guy. I'm gonna transform here. Let's see if we can kill stuff. We do. Very nice. And he does not get the block revive. That's going to be all she wrote. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Really crazy. And because she's so fast, she's going to get those attacks back really, really quickly. All right, guys, I think we've seen enough of this showcase for Sabriel the Distant. Obviously, she's an incredible, incredible champion. She's perfect for the current meta with Mercurial sets in the mix. She brings a very, very powerful blend of strong support, perfect support, as well as threatening damage dealer. Huge stat requirement on her, but she does have ways to alleviate some of those stats. For example, you don't need crazy, crazy accuracy on her because she is a mythical with the ignore resistance on her abilities, which is great. And because her attack form doesn't require her to max out crit, and then she can still consistently crit against some of these champions. She also brings a speed aura, which is amazing, of course, in the arena. She's in the conversation as one of the best or most, good in terms of overall utility mythicals currently in the game. And the reason why she's so good is because, like I said, her kit suits the meta very well. She's in some ways similar to Crixia, where Crixia is very good as a lockout champion, but Crixia also brings a reset ability as well something that, Sabriel can't really perform. But in certain metas, Quixia is going to be stronger, for example. And I also somewhat see a small similarity to Lazarius here. Basically, you have a support side on the front, which is very good. He has a very good, base form support, right? Increased attack strength and turn meter boost. And then he has a revive as well with the block debuffs and a little bit of a strip as well with the speed boost, speed aura here as well. And he does have, a pretty threatening damage dealing side, right? So it's kind of crazy because, like, Lazarius is very similar in terms of the way he is to Sabriel, but Sabriel is just, crazily better than Lazarius right now just because Mercurial's in the mix, right? And just generally how strong Lockout is as a support ability. Like in some cases, Lazarius will be better than Sabriel, sorry, because he does bring a turn meter boost. He does have a revive. He can help the rest of your team. Is Sabriel that much better than Lazarius? Currently she probably is, right? But that's no knock against Lazarius. He's still insane, right? Anyways, like I said, she's crazy, especially for right now. Perfect for the meta and all that. Great champion, heavy requirement on the gear. She's not necessarily going to hit super hard if you don't have the best gear on her or the best setup, but you don't necessarily need her to, hit super hard because her front form, her base form is so strong already. But overall, definitely one of the best champions for sure in this game at this current moment. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Sabriel here. Amazing brand new mythical champion. Obviously, it's going to affect everybody because everybody's going to get her for free. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's going to get her. We're probably never going to see her for many months. But this is what we're working towards for Plarium. I can't imagine champions that would be significantly better than champions like this, where you have two very strong champions into one champion and you're able to gear well for both champions. It's actually insane. So what is the next step that Plarium has in terms of power creep, right? How strong can these champions actually get? Because eventually, what's next? Void mythical champions, I guess. But yeah, it's absolutely insane. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about her, what you think about the showcase and all that. Appreciate you guys watching until the end. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button for more future content. Once again, appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.